viewers, you're once again welcome to another edition of the Shirlma Show. On today's edition, we've been honored to be in the presence of one of Cameroon's finest in the entertainment industry, Dr. Nkeng Stephen, a cinematographer, a filmmaker, a co-founder of Cameroon Phase Entertainment Limited. Welcome to the Shirlma Show, Dr. Nkeng.
Thank you very much. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
I'm happy to be here today. I mean, it's a beautiful day.
We are so honored to have you.
It's a pleasure here too.
So, tell me about the story of your dad wanting you to be a medical doctor, but you decided to be the Dr. Nkeng that we know today.
Yeah, I mean, it's always the same. When you're growing up, your family always have a vision for you. But then you always have your own vision that you have to follow. So it was just the same thing. You know, my dad always wanted me to be that medical doctor and all that. And then I couldn't become that person, but I just became a doctor in another field.
Wow.
Yeah, just in cinematography, and you know, it's just a dream, a dream that you pursue and you become it.
So how has doing what you love played? How has it played in making you the pro that you are today?
I think that it's just about, you know, when you're doing what you love, you put your time in it, you focus on it, and then you grow, which is the most important thing. Because if you're doing something and then you're not growing, then there's nothing really adding to you. So when you're doing what you love, the most important thing is that you're growing. I mean that what you're doing today, what you do tomorrow will be more than what you did today. You know, and what you do the next day is going to be more than what you did yesterday. So just like that. And that makes you to be, you know, a pro, if you can call it, as time goes on. Because you become better and better and better at what you want to do.
So many people actually consider you like one of the best when it comes to your field, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think you do differently?
That's very, I don't know. Because, I mean, I'm not in their space to understand what they're doing, which I'm not doing. But I think that this one thing I know is that you have to focus in life if you want to get something. When I say focus, focus is very misunderstood. Or let me say people really don't understand it as it is. Focus is a very vast word that if you really go through it and research, you understand that it takes a lot, you know, to focus, a lot of sacrifices. You have to sacrifice things you love to do. You have to let it go because you want to focus on one thing and then get the most out of it. So it's just about that, about focus.
Well, what has been that one thing that you had to sacrifice in order to concentrate on what you love?
I've sacrificed a lot of things, and every day I keep sacrificing. You know, I might want to have fun with some friends. Like right now, I sacrificed editing a movie to be here. You get what I'm saying? Because I really wanted to do this. And sometimes I want to have fun with my friends, but I have to sacrifice it because I have to edit my movie, you see, because we just shot a movie now, a feature film, and it's going to be out very soon. So now I have to sacrifice everything to ensure that that movie is done perfectly the way I want it to be, and it's out there so people can watch. So, you know, as time goes, you keep sacrificing one thing or the other, one thing or the other. In those days, I sacrificed going to school to become who I am today because I was in the university, then I stopped going, I started learning this and stuff like that. So it took a lot of challenges to be that, but you have to do it for you to succeed.
Amazing. So I see a lot of young people that I can see in my own kind of looking at it from a layman perspective. You can see are very talented. But sometimes I feel like they're somehow confused. Like they don't know who to contact. They don't know what they should actually be doing to harness the skills that they have. So what advice do you have for such young people?
I think the confusion in our youth is not actually the youth's problem. I think it's from the education we had, you know, when we were growing up. We're not taught the things we're supposed to be taught in our childhood. And then when you grow up now, you find a lot of difficulties, you don't know how to overcome them. And then you get confused because there's difficulties everywhere. But when someone tells you that the only way to overcome your difficulties is to stay focused and stay in one track. Stay focused and stay on one track. I mean that don't jump, don't be some other person. Like don't be a lot of things at the same time. Choose one thing, stay focused to it. Focus, put your energy, sacrifice your time and everything, and you succeed. So I don't think there's any bad decision. I just think the bad decision comes from you, the person who thinks that that's a bad decision, because whatever you want to do in life, you can do it and you can succeed. It just depends how much energy, how much emotions, how much time, how much passion you have for that thing.
Dr. Nkeng, you've had a lot of amazing artists pass through you. So what makes a good singer?
That's a very difficult question, but I'll answer from my point of view.
Okay.
Because I studied music as a child. You know, I went to Biroko and then I learned music. And then before becoming who I am today, I did love music too. I produced and I was also an artist myself. So from my understanding about music, I think that it's about originality. There's something that when you finally discover yourself as a musician, it's difficult to explain because it's something that just happens inside when you're doing the music. For example, Mr. Leo now has discovered himself. Like in any beat he drops on it, you're gonna feel this is Mr. Leo who's singing. You get? So every artist should have that, and that's what should make you different or outstanding from other people. Because most of the times people are just following, just following vibes and following trends and all that. But when you're original, and that's when you start having the real fans, the fans that really love you for who you are. And then the vibe with you, anywhere you go, they follow you.
So talking about originality, but in all the hit songs that maybe you've produced, right, are there some similarities?
It should be, when you're writing music, obviously, if you want to write music that people will love, you always have to write music looking at it from a stage view. Just imagine you're singing a song on stage for the first time and then you want people to be able to listen to that song on the same day and vibe to the song and sing with you. So you have to look for those simple and easy things that is relatable with everybody, and then you do repetition, because repetition is the most important thing in music, and it's going to make people in no time start vibing and singing with you. So I think it's all about repetition, and then look at the things that are around you that you can sing about, that people can relate to. Yeah.
Amazing. After the break, more with Dr. Nkeng Stephen. If you're just joining us today on the Shirlma Show, we're in the company of Dr. Nkeng Stephen, a cinematographer, a filmmaker, co-founder of Cameroon Phase Entertainment Limited. Dr. Nkeng,
Yes.
so you're one of the pros when it comes to editing, right? So what are some of the common mistakes editors make?
I mean, as an editor, I watch a lot of videos by other video directors and video editors. And most times I learn from other video directors and all that. But the only thing I discovered that most people make mistake is they don't connect the song to the video. It's all about connecting the song to the video. That's when you do that, it's something you cannot really explain, but people watch it and they feel it. People who don't really see the details, but they feel it. It's just a feeling, because a song has a pattern. So a video should also have a pattern. You cannot just keep cutting. So especially when you're editing music videos, and even in movies they do that. When some songs are playing on that, they do that. It's always done. So that's the mistake I think most editors are doing. Like they don't cut the video to the song. So sometimes the video is just another thing and the song is another thing. And when you watch that, you always feel that something is lacking, but you don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somehow like some disconnect.
Yeah, some disconnection is happening. And then you can watch another video when you have the connection, you just like it, but you don't know why. The qualities is not about the quality. Yeah. You might watch the images and you're like, oh wow, the images are nice, but then there's some connection that happens between the song and the video. It's something that when you do it, you have to keep doing it over and over again. Then you understand how to do it over a period of time. But it's about the patterning of song. You have to actually understand music first of all. You know, in music you have beats, you have kicks, you have snares, you have guitars, everything. So sometimes you can cut the images due to the kicks, the snares, the guitars, the parts, anything.
Wow.
Yeah.
When you're talking, it felt like a poem, right? Okay. So, talking about video editing,
Yeah.
right? When you talk about Dr. Nkeng, it's kind of like people associate it with a certain class, and thereby people just feel like, oh, I'm supposed to prepare such a huge sum of money whenever I'm coming to Dr. Nkeng. But do people really understand the amount of work that you put in?
I don't think they do. There's a video I saw online one time, and the picture was when you're hustling, like the support is nobody's there, and then when you make it, you have like everybody coming to say congratulations,
Sister,
and
uncle.
everybody's like I'm with you, but they don't know what you go through. I don't think people can ever understand like the stress and the work that we go through, and not to talk of my job, especially as a cinematographer, filmmaker. I had literally have to sacrifice a lot of stuff, and if I didn't have a wife that even understood me and understood the kind of person I am, then I would not be able to do it. So thanks to my wife too, and bless her.
Thank you, Mom. Okay, so now, right, most of the times when you talk about price, people always want to compare the way we actually price, let me say, editing a video or maybe producing a movie with what is being paid maybe in producing a film, maybe in Nigeria or Ghana, right? But I in particular, I kind of feel like when you're paying for a service, professionalism should actually be part of that package. What are your views when it comes to professionalism, especially in the Cameroon film, movie industry or the music industry?
I think that for now in the film industry we have just few professionals, and as time, we we started it without knowing anything, and we only became a professional out of mistakes, like after making a lot of mistakes, and then we started understanding that okay, I need to do this, I need to do that to be able to be up to standard. So with time some people get to understand what really professionality is, because most time people they don't really understand it, and people take it for granted, which is very serious. It's something, and that's the reason why we have our companies in Cameroon can't really give us, good money, especially when they're calling artists. They can't really pay them, but when they call people outside, they can pay them very well. It's because the art is there, but then there's this business part of it that helps bring the professionalism into the arts in order to make the arts to sell and make money. Because without that part of it, it's going to be difficult to make money. So for now, I'll just say I think Cameroonians are working on it. I myself, every day, my team, we are striving to be more professional, because I can't say we're the best or we're most professional. Every day we're trying to change things to make sure that we can, reach to a certain standard where we can work with bigger people and all that. So
But what are some of the things that you've learned, like maybe through mistakes or certain maybe challenges that you faced in the past, that you think that you can advise the upcoming artists to also
I
work
think the
on?
most important thing is about time.
Time.
Everybody, there's no time, and time is money, time is energy. So most times people always want to get their stuff done and done fast. And also, sometimes some people want to pay higher for you to get your stuffs very fast. So time is very essential when it comes to professionalism, and you always have to make sure that you're on time, like you get the job done at the right time and then you give the person so he follows up. I've worked with a lot of companies like MTN and some other companies in Cameroon for commercials, and that's the most important thing because they call you like 3-4 days and they want to shoot a commercial and they want the commercial to be out in 2 or 3 days. So you have to stop everything and make sure you give them their product as they want it on that particular day. That's how you can make their money. If not, you lose it.
Oh,
So it's
makes a
about,
lot of
yeah,
sense.
yeah, so that's it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
More with Dr. Nkeng Stephen after the break. If you're just joining us today on the Shirlma Show, we are still in the presence of Dr. Nkeng Stephen, cinematographer, filmmaker, co-founder of Cameroon Phase Entertainment Limited. Dr. Nkeng, what are some tips that you can give to upcoming artists to stay relevant in this very volatile industry?
Yeah, like I always tell people, consistency is the key.
Consistency.
And if there's one thing I learned in life, is that you don't have to stop or give up on anything you want. And for you to be able to succeed is when you keep doing something and that same thing over and over again. And out of my research, I even discovered that the space of 10 years is a time when you can really master an art. Like when you use like 10 years, that's when you can really master an art. So if you're not giving yourself time to master your art, to master your craft, you not just start music and then you want to blow. You want to start music here last year and you want to blow this year because you saw someone doing that. You didn't even know if the person had gone through a lot of, So it's just about give yourself time to grow, give yourself time to learn your art, take time to master, do research and understand, because you can only be good and you can only stay relevant when you master your art. You get it? If you don't master your art, you won't stay relevant. You will just come and go like bam, bam, To be a star is not a problem, but to be a star and then you stay there and keep doing things that will amaze people, that's where there's a problem. So most people don't understand that, but if you understand that, you'll be able to take time and you'll be able to be calm and simple, and then you master your art and understand who you are. And at that time, you'll be able to stay relevant and anything you do will be perfect.
Oh, thank you. What an amazing advice.
That's classic.
So any upcoming projects that you want to talk about?
Yeah, we have, we have a film. I told you we just shot our first feature film. I'm very excited for the movie and I can't wait for it to be out. You guys will watch it. It's going to be on Netflix and some other big TV stations. So it's something I think I'm proud of it.
Wow.
I'm very proud of it, and I'm proud because I know Cameroon, we're proud, and Africa, we're proud because of the project. We went through a lot to get it done in Cameroon and at that time, so it's not, I'll just keep it like that for you to, I'll just keep it for you to take it when it's out, you'll watch it.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have some few questions. All right, so if you don't mind, then we just want you to pick. You can pick the first one. So we'd like you to answer 3, so you can just pick one. If you're not comfortable answering, feel free to change, please.
Pick 3 of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Just read it out, then.
What's something that people think makes them look cool, but actually has the opposite effect?
Yeah.
I like this question. Who gave this question? I think it's physical appearance. To me, physical appearance only comes just by the perception you have about someone. And why I say that is because if I see you and you can look all good, but if you're not smart up here, The moment I talk to you and I see you're not smart up there, it loses. Even the beauty goes away. That's for me. Eh?
Yeah.
I can't say for everybody, because there's one thing I always tell people: life is perception. It's where you're standing. Because you might be seeing 9, I'm seeing 6, and until I come to your side, that's when I'll know that it's 9.
Yeah.
If you don't come to my side, you never know, and we can never argue about that. So life is all about how I see it. And I think it's about the mind. If you don't have a beautiful mind, no matter how good you look, to me, you're just empty.
Ouch. Ouch.
Okay.
That's deep.
What's the most physical, painful thing you've ever experienced? Physical, painful thing. It's a very deep question, sir. Physical, painful things. I think it's stress.
Oh.
And it's about, where you have to do something and then you're stressed.
Yeah.
Like the movie I told you, it was physically painful in the sense that I was really stressed, because you have to do a movie that has never been done and you're not sure you're going to do it.
Wow.
And like you're not sure of how it's going to be. You're not even sure if it's possible, but then you just take a leap of faith and you say, no, I want to do this thing. And then you keep doing it, but you fall into so many issues, and you see, you can go sick, you can get some issues, but then you keep going till you're done with it.
Wow.
I think that's the most, because...
Courage.
Yeah. And then the last, how do you make yourself sleep when you can't seem to get to sleep? One thing about me is that I meditate a lot. And so anytime, I don't have problems sleeping.
Wow.
Because my mind is mostly relaxed, and most times at night before I sleep I meditate, and meditation is just about keeping your mind relaxed, because the brain always thinks.
Yeah.
The brain is always thinking 24/7, thinking something and there and here. But meditation is like leaving all those thoughts and then just staying quiet with yourself and just enjoy the environment that God created, the air and everything. And that alone makes you so relaxed that you can't do anything but sleep.
Dr. Nkeng, how can people get to you?
Yeah, I mean, you can get to us through, you got my Instagram, Dr. Nkeng Stephen, Facebook, the same thing, Dr. Nkeng Stephen, Gmail also, Dr. Nkeng Stephen, and got my contact, 670-26-410. That's a contact for my team, so you can always, talk to them and then get to us. Because most times I'm not around the phone, and I'm always more into the creative part of it. So I have a lot of people who are out there, relating with people and talking with people. So
It was indeed a pleasure having you here today.
yeah, it's a pleasure too to be here. I enjoyed every moment of it.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
Fellow viewers, we have been in the presence of Dr. Nkeng Stephen, a cinematographer, filmmaker, co-founder of Cameroon Phase Entertainment. Please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Shirlma Show, and please share, like, comment on our videos. Tell us what you think and tell us what you want us to improve on. Kindly remember, we are here because you're there. Thank you.